What's up everybody, John Stiles here with Bridge Realty. Thank you so much for checking out this video, I really appreciate it. Today I want to talk to you about a really exciting topic which is called appreciation. Now just so that we're all on the same page, no, I'm not talking about when you appreciate something or you appreciate somebody. No, I'm talking about real estate appreciation, which is when the value of an asset goes up. This is, of course, different from depreciation when the value of an asset goes down. As you can imagine, when you have hard assets like multifamily real estate, you want your values to go up, i.e., you want appreciation. That way, when you eventually sell or refinance, you can get more money back than what you put into it. That's what we call a good investment. Now, what's important to understand about appreciation is that there are two types: natural appreciation and forced appreciation. Natural appreciation happens when property values go up when there are changes in supply and demand. Whenever the supply of an asset can't keep up with its demand, the prices or values go up. Now, we are experiencing natural appreciation across many parts of the United States because the cost of new construction is just getting so high, and the government policies that surround new construction are sometimes stifling that process. So that is preventing the new supply of housing from keeping up with the demand for housing. Now, while you can definitely study these trends on a national basis or a regional basis, these changes tend to happen on a hyper-localized fashion. And that's why it's really important to work with a knowledgeable real estate agent who is focused on the area that you are investing in. For example, in the Minneapolis and St. Paul metro, where I'm a real estate agent and investor, we have seen a lot of increase in the last 10 years. Here is a chart that shows you what prices were at per unit back in 2011. This blue line here shows you that in the Minneapolis market, it was just below $100,000 per unit. And then over the next 10 years here, it has gone up to just over $160,000 per unit. It's projected to increase further from there. Now, of course, you can't take this number and blindly apply it to any multifamily property you come across. Each neighborhood is going to be unique, but this chart nonetheless gives us a nice visualization of how appreciation happens over time. The other thing I want to mention with multifamily real estate is that it is largely impacted by the net operating income of the property combined with the cap rate of the area that it's in. That's important concepts to understand, but I'm going to go over that in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. Now, there are two major downsides to natural appreciation. First, it can take place over a long period of time. That's because demand for certain neighborhoods changes slowly over time. It depends on population growth, job growth, trends with crime, and other factors that are outside of your control. And that brings me to the second downside of natural appreciation. Basically, there is little you can do to control it. Unless you're going to get involved in your local politics and influence policy that is going to encourage people to move to your area and jobs to move to your area, there's little you can do to control natural appreciation. In general, the United States has experienced great appreciation when you look at it over long periods of time. But that doesn't mean there aren't downturns. Definitely the most recent example would be the Great Recession in 2008. Since natural appreciation is difficult to predict going forward, it's not something that you should use as a key part of your business plan when investing in multifamily real estate. It's more of a side benefit that you can hope for. Now, the other type of appreciation is called forced appreciation. This one's my favorite. This is where you can do something to the property in order to create value where there wasn't value before. One of the great ways to force appreciation is to take something that's outdated at the property and update it to modern standards. This might be something like a kitchen renovation, a bathroom renovation, updating the paint colors even. A more involved strategy might be to take something that has an old floor plan, something that's functionally obsolete, and improve it so that it's more attractive and more useful. You could also find a property that isn't being utilized to its full potential. Maybe take a look at the zoning, the surrounding properties, the land use, and figure out what's the highest and best use for that property. And when it comes to investing in multifamily properties, you can often find inefficiencies in the management. Maybe it's something with the leasing. Maybe it's something with collecting rent. Maybe it's something with the utility bills. If you can find ways to increase the income or decrease the expenses, that will improve your net operating income, which is a huge factor in valuing multifamily real estate. Ideally, the improved usefulness and attractiveness of the property will be more valuable than the cost to make that improvement, therefore allowing you to make a profit from your efforts. Let me give you an example from a triplex that I invested in back in 2015. This is a property that I house hacked with my family, and if you're not sure what that concept is all about, be sure to check out my other videos on the topic. Now, in my situation, I took my time to force the value. In the unit that I moved into, I did some basic updates with the flooring, the paint, and the appliances. Then, when one of the tenants moved out, I completely renovated their unit. I redesigned the kitchen, I redid the bathrooms, I redid the flooring, I redid the paint. It was a completely new unit. And to show you what this did to my property value, the previous tenant was paying about $950 a month, and they were a long-term tenant. So when I took over, I slowly made increases. I got it up to about $1,075 with them there. But when I completely did the renovation to the unit, I was able to rent it again for $1,900 a month. This was a huge improvement to my monthly cash flow, and it really improved the overall value as well. Recently, I refinanced the property, and don't tell the county assessor, but the property I purchased in 2015 for about $275,000 in 2021 is now worth about $640,000. This was a combination of both natural appreciation and forced appreciation based on the improvements I did at the property. And the cool thing is that there's plenty more that I can do to the property in order to continue improve the value. When you apply this concept to larger multifamily properties, the impact can be substantial. That's why it's so important to understand appreciation when you're planning to invest. I hope this information was helpful for you to achieve a better appreciation for appreciation. Now, that's all the time I have for today. So if you want to see more videos about business, mindset, and investing in multifamily real estate, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, which is called Real Estate Styles. I'm planning to post videos there weekly, so hit that notification bell and you'll get notified when the next one comes out. Until next time, remember, your reality is your decision, so get out there and make it happen.